All right, so we are here for the upper bracket finals, and like Yoga said, he spotted something in the draft that immediately has made us all go, yeah, this is going to be interesting, because Gamers2 has allowed Team Liquid to pick up Illidan and Abathur, a.k.a. Vortex and Blackscorp, the two named players who just keep popping up as the target bans, and you've let them both pick their almost favorite heroes.
Yeah, Gamers2, they opened with the Jaina ban, so that's very standard, and then Liquid reacted with the Sylvanas ban, rather than banning Zeratul like earlier. So Gamers2 immediately went for the Zeratul, and Liquid, they're like, you know what? We got Illidan and Abathur available, we're gonna pick them. Gamers2, it's actually going really fast right now.
Yeah.
They go for Malfurion and Kael'thas. If we can jump into the draft here, you guys will be able to see that both of these teams, it almost feels as if they did so much theory crafting going into this that they kind of know exactly what they want to go for. And it's been going really, even the bans. Muradin already bans.
This game looks like it was, this current draft looks like it was a patch ago. Because we're seeing everyone come back in. It's like Illidan Abathur first pick, Zeratul coming in straight away, Kael'thas. Finally, going to see some actual gameplay.
You know what it actually looks like as well? Like they've been waiting for this for a long time.
It does.
Like they already know everything about the draft. Like they don't even care that when I get into the game, just want to pick a bunch of good heroes that they like, and then they're going to try to outdo each other on the battlefield, which is going to be Sky Temple here once again.
Yeah, and Team Liquid, we've already mentioned how they have banned the Muradin, very much a solid ban, considering Gamers2 do not have their warrior yet, and Muradin is one of the good counters to Illidan with his reverberation talent at level 1, which will slow the attack speed of anyone who is caught in it, and that will ruin an Illidan.
Actually, it's interesting to note, by the way, that Brightwing used to be one of the guys that did really well against Illidan, but because of all the changes, it seems a lot less valuable of a support, so you don't really go for it anymore. So Gamers2 are already going for Malfurion. It's basically going to prevent Team Liquid from going to Vikings as much. Like, purely in terms of bans here, who do you think is best for them to ban? Because, like, who do you think Liquid could add here to this? Oh, I guess maybe I was going to say an assassin. Kael'thas, Jaina, and Sylvanas were either banned or picked. So say if they had banned the Vala, then they would have taken a lot of damage potential away.
Or ban the Falstad. Falstad with the Illidan is usually pretty nice because you're trying to focus on the Illidan. Yeah. Falstad just gets to get all of his burst damage off.
The thing is, the next two picks after this ban were always going to be Liquid. So instead of giving them their ideal tank, Johanna, they went for that ban. And I think it makes perfect sense as well.
I'd agree.
To go for this.
It does make a lot of sense for them. And right now, though, they do need, like you said, an assassin. They do need a warrior. So the tank ban makes a lot of sense. And assassin-wise, I still think Falstad's pretty good option for them here.
Do you think Tassadar he could be good? Because not only Tassadar gives a shield to Illidan, he reveals Zeratul very nicely a lot of the time.
Oh, that's a very good shout. That sounds very good. Yeah, I agree. Tassadar would actually be really amazing here for Team Liquid.
As an assassin is still available, definitely the best one out there, I think, right now.
Well,
unless they want to have Zagara at bottom.
Yeah, they still have both the specialists that they like to pick open, Zagara and Nazibo, so they may just go for those instead of the Falstads or the Vala in that situation. But it is up to them. They are into their bonus time pool at the moment, just ticking through that while they make their decision.
Do you think they want to play Uther or Rhaegar?
I think Uther. And they won that. Hey, Murky. Hey, Murky. There's the Lost Vikings and the Anubarak.
Even though there's a mouth, they still go for Lost Vikings. I guess Liquid, they've been doing so well with it that they're still okay to go for it.
How much XP do you want?
Vortex picks it and then drinks a little bit here. He's thirsty here for some kills and some experience, I think.
Yeah, very, very true. So now Lost Vikings basically going to be running the plays of the ranged assassin in this case, which I think does make a bit of sense for them, but it's still an interesting pick. Like, against Kael'thas as well, catch a Viking in a Flame Strike and it's going down. Yeah. So it's a very interesting pick. Their healer, I think they, as much as I'd say Uther makes a lot of sense, they kind of have to go with Rhaegar now just for the bounce heal on Vikings, but then again it could bounce to a Viking when you want it on your Anubarak or something like that.
The thing is, Illidan is going to be super important as well at the front, maybe even more so than the Vikings.
Gamers2 picking up the Nazibo, stealing it from Liquid.
I don't think Liquid can go for anything else than a support, so I think it's a bit weird that they went for it now. No?
Yeah, I think it is a bit weird. That is very interesting. I think Gamers2, well, they need I was about to say they have potential for to go for a second spot, but they need a tank. So
there is some games in which like Nazeebo does so much damage that he can like.
Yeah.
Seems like he out damages a Vala as weird as it can be, but
if he gets his spiders just to keep going, then he is incredible in terms of amounts of damage. And also, spiders, as we talked before, go through Illidan's evasion, so they're actually very good at killing off the Illidan, or at least doing damage to him
there
while
you
he's
go.
all up
We
in
solved
your face.
it.
And ETC, now that I like. That I like a lot. It's, I assume, probably still going to be the stage dive. Just for the split XP, because they need
so?
some. I think they need some
there's so little
counter.
interrupt.
I
so
would
far.
like it to be Mosh, but I think it's going to be stage dive.
And they can't go for Rhaegar then, also, because that's no interrupt. They have to go for Uther.
Yeah, Ufa can only delay it though. He can cancel it during the wind up, which puts it on like a 4-second cooldown, so it just happens again. So I think Rhaegar's more important to them, but if they want to run it, but we were talking about this, Gamers2 is coming in with the interesting picks when they go against Liquid every single time.
I think if they go Rhaegar, then Moshpit is like only Anub can stop him.
Yeah, it is very true, but can they afford to do it? They go with Rhaegar.
Yeah.
I
So,
still
like,
think it's going to be stage dive.
If you pick Moshpit, all you have to do in the fight is make sure you catch Anubarak, and then whoever else you can catch with him is bonus.
Yeah, I would like it to be Moshpit, and I think there's a good shout for Moshpit, but I think they're more focused on at least gaining some split XP, considering the Vikings and Abathur in this game. If they don't keep up on it, they're going to fall very far behind very quickly.
Zeratul is really good at sniping both the Vikings and Abathur. Like, this is such a situational draft that we don't really see usually. Like, this is the first time, period, that I'm going to see this matchup, you know, these 5 against these 5 heroes. So it's going to be super interesting to follow. In particular, I think these Zeratul see who is aiming for the most. Like, usually, you know, it's going to be like the squishy assassins in the back, but now there really isn't any.
Yeah, you can maybe get the Vikings, and that's about it. I think it's more about
Even
how well you
Abathur,
can Void Prism. Oh,
on this
that is a
map,
point. I think it might be Moshpit, actually, because the Void Prism. Void Prism is good for setup, and that all sets up for Kael'thas. Yeah, I'm more into Moshpit now. I am on board. I'm on the tour bus. But no.
And Anubarak, I expect to go Web Blast here, right?
I would expect so. That would be another good counter from a lot longer range for the Moshpit if it was the case, and also Web Blast, that Kael'thas can really give you time to take down the Nazeebo, and maybe if you're lucky, catch Zeratul. I don't think they're going to kill Zeratul. I don't think they'll kill Zeratul once this game, because the only person who can hold him still is Nubarak.
Yeah.
And the blink will just be too easy to escape. And Gamers2 are good players. They should, in theory, just be able to position and dodge. Unless they can kill him quick enough, which I don't think they can. We'll find out, though.
Who do you favor looking at the 2 lineups?
Well, they're both odd lineups, but I will think about it while I introduce the teams, and we'll give you an answer. But ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side, it is the blue team of Team Liquid. And playing the Illidan, it is going to be Blackscorn. Playing the Rhaegar, it is Grand Paqueta. Playing the Lost Vikings, it is going to be Vortex. Playing the Abathur, it is Falcon. And the Anubarak is being played by Lucifron. And on the right-hand side, it is the red team of Gamers2. And playing the Zeratul is going to be Yuva. Playing the ETC will be Shihu. Playing the Nazeebo, gonna be Bashek. Playing the Kael'thas will be Nika. And playing the Malfurion is going to be Leo from Korea. And Vortex, already kind of splitting up his Vikings a little.
Talents-wise here, other than Zeratul, I don't think there's anything special to note. Like, everything seems very standard.
Yeah.
Rapid displacements.
I think that makes a lot of
Definitely
sense.
wants to make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah,
I can save him at times.
I like what Vortex is doing here. Running forward with Olaf first, and just Olaf, just to make the enemy maybe think there's a Viking hidden in one of the other lanes, or just to make the enemy, if they have any kind of gang squad, go after Olaf, who's the most likely to survive.
Blackscorn, this game is going to be a real proper demon.
Yes, he is.
That wasn't even meant for a pun, but like, he's going to be super
You
annoying
looked
to
at,
deal
I
with.
was wondering, you looked at me like it was a pun, and there is
Because I realized that was, as I was saying it, how you're going to take it. That's why I anticipated you to react to it. But they got a first quick kill here on one of the Vikings. Not the biggest of deals.
Yep, just a little snipe onto Eric there. The squish is the Vikings' easiest one to take out in that way. But yeah, we have a little pause while the players just sort something out quickly. But overall, this game is not going to be decided in the early game. It'll be decided by, I think it'll be more obvious who's coming out on top by second set of temples. The first set of temples is definitely just going to be split up and both teams just fighting. They'll probably go for one each.
Look at them. They don't care about the lights.
They don't care.
They're prepared.
They have the sunglasses. They are done. They do not need any light removal.
Leo from Korea looking pretty happy.
He is. Looks pretty chipper.
Jumping up and down here in his chair. He's pretty
Hyper.
pumped.
He's hyper. He's on that monster.
To try and get some revenge against Liquid, which they've struggled against them in the past. I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah, like we said, they have not taken a map off of Liquid at an offline event. And only one team has. Every team wants to be that second. Yeah. And eventually, one day in the future, we will probably have at least one guy. You actually see the reply from Gamers2 there saying, we have no problem with the light. We have glasses. But temple spawning in 4 seconds. And it is, of course, the mid and the top temple, which is how this map starts off. It does go in a pattern. Shihu taking a bit of damage from Black Scorp here. It's a bit risky by Black Scorp here, as he could get stunned up quite quickly and start taking a lot of damage if anyone else is in the area. And as you can see, both teams just staying in their lanes, fighting over the temples if they can. Top temple being held by Gamers2, mid temple being held by Liquid.
Yeah, Black Scorp is going to do a fine job here by himself, or rather with Abathur helping just a little bit. Both teams, I think, are still soaking on 3 lanes. So trying to get max XP out of these. Gamers2 just a little bit ahead in experience here with the 0.05 kill that they got earlier. That's going to need to be careful. They committed heavily to this top one.
Yeah, he dodges the gravity lap, so he is still fine. And the Lost Vikings going for the exact same build as last time by the looks of it. ETC committing to that power slide build, and he is Eric the Swift. So he is much faster and he heals while he is running, which is what they've been running. He did die though. Vikings getting picked off here and there quite a lot now.
Your spiders are there, man.
The spiders.
Really happy to see them.
The spiders are amazing. Zeratul is also just going for the main standard build other than the rapid displacement at level 1, and even then, level 1 is like one of the Zeratul's level 1 is like one of the best set of talents in the game because everything is viable.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
Lustifron is going to portal back now. I think they got exactly the same damage from the 2 temples that came up earlier, so it's still going to be very equal here early on, but look at this. Doing the camp here, the easy camp before, the bottom temple even comes up. Liquid is going to clear that very quickly and be able to apply pressure on Gamers2's side on their easy camp if they want to. Oh no, he's actually going to go for the Knights here on the left-hand side, possibly. Nope.
Yep, well, bruises spawn at about just after 4 minutes. Sorry, the temple spawns at about just after 4 minutes usually. So if anything can grab that in time, then it's usually a situation of a lot of people pile into the bot lane and those bruises can push pretty uncontested. Both teams will probably be trying to do it. Illidan's starting now because he's likely.
Yeah, this is going to be good if they can get that going. Looks like Gamers2, they are not paying any attention so far to their camps. I at least expect them to go for the Giants, the Siege Giants, to help with this here. And level 7 here coming in from both teams. Mule on Abathur. Interesting.
I think it makes a lot of sense. There's a couple, like, it's the extra spike damage that you're missing out on, or the slow mines. And I think it makes a lot of sense on this map due to Mule being so powerful. You can afford to miss out on that little extra spike.
Remember we talked about like how Mule is only really good if you fall behind. Like, if you're ahead, you don't actually need it because like you're winning the fights all the time.
Oh, Team Liquid just comfortable because they're going to give up temples. You cannot hold all the temples on this map always. You can just repair your buildings and you should be fine. And there we go. Bot temple is now available. Gamers2. Bit more grouped up down here, but Liquid are rolling their way in with 3 members, and that will be enough to take control of this for now. Kael'thas and Malfurion, though, are on the way. Eric did die in the top lane, so there's currently no soak for Liquid there.
Yeah, Black Scorp being very patient here before finally diving in. You don't want to do that too early and die. That is the classic Mystic. Zeratul's around mid here. He's very, very late to the fight. He's actually attacking on one of the Vikings, I think, right now.
Yep, looks a bit like it. Only it is Baydog and he is able to get out. And this is the issue Liquid are currently having. Until they get to level 10 when the Vikings will be joining them, they are permanently fighting in a 3 versus however many Gamers2 bring.
Abathur's soaking top right now.
Yes.
They got the Vikings soaking mid, so even though they are giving up the temple, they're still going to have the Mule that you mentioned. I guess it makes a lot of sense with their comp.
Yeah, they are able to get a good amount of repair. They're still contesting this temple. Not giving it up yet, but oh, Black Scorp takes a lot of damage, but able to dash out Living Bomb, and those spiders combined is just so good at killing off Zeratul.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucifron.
Lucifron.
He tunnels out. He should be fine. Yuva throws it into Singularity Spike. It does not land. And
Liquid is soaking so much XP that they are level 10
Yeah.
against level 9, and they're going to engage even with less guys.
Blackscorp is actually killing off Shihu here, focusing the tank. Metamorphosizes, I believe, on top of him. Web Blast has been used on someone. It is Kael'thas, and Kael'thas is in serious trouble. He goes down. Illidan has dived. There's the Ultimate Evolution there. And we did see the Illidan and the Ultimate Evolution both go down, but they were able to get Kael'thas.
Yeah,
Not as important because there's no gathering power, but still very cool.
Interesting to note that because Vortex is on Vikings, it's Falcon that's on Abathur this game.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, they have two, but it is Falcon, their melee assassin, their ranged assassin player, because they have no ranged assassin.
Oh, Zeratul was about to catch up on Abathur at top. I don't know if you saw that. Right after Abathur tunneled out, Zeratul got in that bush, checked for him. I think Gamers2, they're going to need some very good Abathur snipes here if they want to be able to do well against Discom, because when he's up, he just does so much.
I agree, and we did call it, I disagreed for a bit, but it is the Mosh Pit coming in from ETC, and if he can land it, this could be absolutely game-changing. If they can get Illidan and a couple of the Vikings in it, if they can get all of them, they can't cast Heroic.
Remember, the one guy he needs to catch no matter what is a Nubarak, because that's the one guy that can interrupt him.
Yep, exactly, and however many he catches, it's all food for Kael'thas, who can just flame strike on top of it and do all of that lovely damage. Liquor and Yuva moving in here, they're going to be able to get the Viking, and they're just feeding off these Vikings at the moment.
Yeah, but I don't think Liquid cares too much. They're still ahead on experience. Vikings gonna revive quickly enough for it not to be too relevant, so they won't mind.
Indeed, and for now, Gamers2 just continuing to play a bit on the defensive, because Liquid have been very aggressive this game, despite having less, well, I guess they have more bodies on the ground if you count the Vikings, but the fact that they have almost permanently been in those 3 versus 4, 3 versus 5 scenarios, and just soaked the rest of the game.
With the temples coming up at the top and the bottom here, it's all about splitting properly. The vision with the Watchtower at the top here was Liquid, so they're going to be able to see the rotations happening a little bit better. Zeratul still on the hunt for Abathur around the middle of the map, actually.
Oh, he's actually going quite close to it. No, he's not. He would not dive that wall.
If he sees the Locust. But I mean, even getting a snipe at this point, Zeratul's not helping his team right now to fight for these shrines.
Kael'thas got killed off.
Yeah, Kael'thas
got caught. Illidan dive, he's going for Shihu. And there's 2 Illadins. It is the clone Illidan, who is just going to turn around at this point and start on that fort.
As if one Illidan wasn't enough.
Yeah, double the Illadins, double the fun. Root's going to land on all 3 Vikings, but Leo from Greer being dropped low. In comes Blackscorp from above, and that is the kill. Now they're going on to Vashek, but he is able to back away the Gargantuan, helping out with that as well. Shihu is here now, but the Gargantuan's already been cast, so we can't use it for burst on top of a Mosh Pit, so Shihu will not use it for Heroic here.
Liquid quite a bit ahead in experience here. Already in this first game, they've just looked so good so far in every single one of their games. Not just against Roccat, but here now against Gamers2.
Nice power side there, keeping himself alive for a bit, but in comes, there's the Mosh Pit, catches Illidan, and we saw Kael'thas doing so much damage. Void Prism catches out the Rhaegar, but the Longbow Raid is doing so much damage. ETC's already dead, and there's the Web Blast onto Kael'thas, and we're gonna see... Vashek's still alive, he finally goes down.
Kael'thas is toast.
Yes,
he is. Gonna come out of the Web Blast, get targeted down instantly, and 3 of the 5 of Gamers2 heroes here go down in that fight. Zeratul can't mess around too much too.
Yeah, Liquid just taking their advantage right now, going on to this boss. And like we said, Zeratul is around this area, but there's pretty much nothing he can do. He can dive in and maybe get a Viking, and that's about it. He is not level 13 yet, so he has no wormhole.
Yeah, Zeratul's chasing the Vikings at bottom. He gets one more. Eric is actually going to get a few shots of that temple here before leaving.
Yeah, he gets all of the last shots, in fact, but Grand Paqueta finds him.
Oh, he might get caught. They're going around.
Blackscorp coming in. They need to reveal it somehow. Oh, he's trying to dodge. He gets taken down. Malfurion was there to try and save him, but it was nowhere near enough. And Team Liquid picking up another kill there in exchange for an Eric and a couple temple shots.
Falcon has such insane discipline, by the way. Like he stayed behind the second walls for a very long time, so Zeratul was never able to pick him off.
Yeah.
Really nice play on an Abathur, on a guy that's usually mostly on ranged assassins, really.
Yeah, he's been very cautious about it, and that might just be a, like you said, plays with melee ranged assassins usually, so playing behind the wall makes a lot of sense because he may not be keeping an eye on his body as much as he wants. He wants to be permanently on top of Blackscorp.
It's so tempting to go forward, and then you die.
It really is. Oh, Black Scorp. There's a lot of Gamers2 members here. He's being chased out, gets stunned, gets pushed into the root, but metamorphosizes. That area is still there. They're trying to take down Shihu. And Ubrak just walks in and grabs that bruiser cam, but Shihu gets away. And Liquid able to come out of that fairly well.
Yeah, they can just get out of there, make sure that they get level 16 before the next engagement. They're going to be one talent up here for a very long time. Their knights are up, they can get that easily. They got a big pushing, strong force here at the bottom. Liquid in a completely dominating situation so far here in map number 1 against Gamers2.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job at this point. We finally do have the wormhole on Zeratul, but Gamers2, 13 to the level 16 of Team Liquid.
Metamorphosis was maybe used a little bit too early here by Black Scorp, but if you look at the Heroic's cooldown, Tranquility is also going to be down for a very long time, so I guess it should still be equal in terms of Heroic's count when the engagement finally does happen.
Yeah, I agree very much. Black Scorp finishing off this bruiser camp for now. Just keep pressure on that top lane. Only the mid-temple this time. So there will be, if Gamers2 decide to contest it, a much more centralized fight that we've been seeing so far.
I think Gamers2 might just give it up.
I think so as well. They're just staying very split at the moment. They just don't want to take that risk.
They have to soak on lanes. I think soaking 3 lanes and sending Zeratul out to try and find Avatar, because Avatar's been in the middle a long time.
Yeah, he's been in almost the exact same spot. He isn't moving.
Yeah, if Zeratul picked up on the fact that Locusts keep on coming in middle, I think he might just go for a check-in there quickly.
Yeah. Well, he has wormhole now. He can actually get out as well after diving in at this point.
He probably thinks like that Avatar is close to the core, in which case he can get revealed if he goes in.
But it doesn't slow him like the keep does. I would prefer being next to a keep before.
Temple here, going to do quite a bit of damage with all the ammo. And level 16 talent already up for Team Liquid. Remember, Gamers2, they need to wait for that, no matter what. We
do actually have the Earth Grasp totem coming in from Rhaegar, just giving Illidan an easier time for picking up targets, as it's a 90-second slow. Used to be a root, but it got nerfed for fairly good reason. Now though, Liquid just roaming around the map, looking for opportunities, and just sticking together so that they don't get picked off by Zeratul.
Gamers2, they need a really, really clean fight for them to be able to win this. A very good Void Prison, a good Mosh Pit. They need to get Shrink Ray used on the Illidan ASAP, and so far they haven't been able to get that ever.
It's true. What is
this could be the opportunity here. Level 16 against 18. Looks like Liquid want to try and contest that Sea Giant no matter what.
But able to get out, like we said, he's just able to wormhole away. What is ETC's level 13? They'll be able to get this. A nice Zogan Phoenix. Easy rupees. So just an area of effect heal for his team. Very nice. And there's Echo Pedal as well. So he's healing his team, and they're able to get Olaf there.
Yeah, they can chase down. Liquid are so good at disengaging and knowing when they shouldn't take the fight. Yeah. It's actually one of their best qualities, I think.
Indeed. But yeah, it's very cool having the double AoE. The AoE healing for his team and the AoE damage to the enemy team. So ETC just trying to get right in there and keep his team near.
Level 18 to 16. So with similar talents here, I think with how close they are to 19, if Liquid just wait until they're level 20, and they may be able to get a really, really good fight and this game-ending opportunity.
Right now, though, Gamers2 looks like they're going to be able to get this fort, but Liquid are starting to group up here. Nice dodge off the Flame Strike there. Lutron does take a little, and he's getting spidered pretty hard. Yeah. And down goes the fort.
I think we're going to have a big fight here in a second, most likely. It's actually some kind of engagement already happened. Ancestral Healing was forced, so that's going to be one of the heroics that's going to be actually the only one missing in a moment, because Longboat Raid's about to reload here.
Yeah, Longboat will be off cooldown, and the Phoenix will be off cooldown as well, as it has an incredibly short cooldown overall. And yeah, both teams grouping up here. This is the one chance Gamers2 really have. Lucifron just tanking that.
Yeah, this is a big deal actually. Missing Ancestral here, Liquid, they can't engage into this. So Gamers2, they're gonna get the middle temple. They send someone atop here, the ETC, try and contest one of the Vikings.
Here. The Viking will escape with the help of Jump. And he does have the extra move.
Oh, they try to do the boss instead, fully knowing that Gamers2 are going to be taking those 2 temples. But
Gamers2, they're grouping
they
up.
Know about
Looks like they want to try and contest, and there we go, Liquid immediately backing away from that. But this has brought time for Ancestral Healing.
Yeah, they're so close to 20 as well. Like, as soon as they get 20, even if it's 4 and 5 in the start of the fight, they won't even care. I'm pretty sure they're going to be getting in there. Level 20 is
Level 28
Finally
seconds till Ancestral Healing, and I think they may just try to
time.
engage now. And here they go, rolling in to this temple. But Gamers2, they're like, yeah, we don't want any of this. And are playing very far back. Shiho, the only one forward, does get stunned a bit, but that's now the long-range knock-up for Luthifron down. So if a Moshpit comes in and he goes in, but the Vikings jump up and are able to dodge out of that. Juve getting focused down. Here comes the Metamorphosis onto the backline. Viking longbow raid has been used as well. The Moshpit is on Illidan, but he somehow managed to dance his way into the Void Prism to keep himself alive. And we're seeing ETC go down. Blackscorp in the backline onto Nika, and Nika has no escape. He goes down, and the Vikings do some damage to the retreating Juve and Bashek. And Liquid, once again, take a convincing team fight, get Malfurion as well, and will take both these temples.
Yeah, with some damn near perfect decision-making here. Liquid, they wait until they got level 20, and then they use that to their advantage to get a clean win in that fight. 3 heroes killed, they lost none. They're gonna transform that into not just the 2 temples using all of the ammo, I guess maybe not the top one, but they're gonna get a boss. With this, they can start stealing all the camps on the right-hand side, at least the east camp they're gonna be able to get, and maybe even put with the boss. Plus these augurs. Looks like they might want to go for the knights, but it's already being acquired here by Gamers2. Can they get it on time? Yeah, I think so, because it was just Nazibo alone here.
Yeah, and he's just giving it up. He is backing away. Liquid, though, not really caring. They're just continuing to push for now. There's a ping on the core, but I don't think Liquid will just die for the end here, because
there's not enough time.
Yeah, Gamers2 are all about to be alive. Blackscorp just tanking everything, dives to a wall to allow himself to get out of the base and be in a much more safe position.
Oh, Seattle didn't stay top until all of the ammo was used, by the way.
Yeah, still came down to defend. I think he was worried about Liquid just continuing to push.
They're gonna steal, I think, one kill. Yeah, they're gonna steal the knights here possibly, or no, actually no. Looks like they really want to try and get a keep first.
They're just keeping the pressure on right now, because this temple they can grab it whenever they want. They are finally sending Olaf up there. Because like we said, they're in a fine position. They can just continue to be aggressive.
Liquid are really good at not overextending, but this time they might be doing it. Ancestral Healing is used. They are gonna have to disengage here. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can. The Ancestral was very nice. Juve doing a lot of damage there, but not enough to finish anyone off. Boss will finally go down so they can start on this easy camp, these Siege Giants. In the meantime, Liquid look like they're going for, finally, the Gamers2 Bruiser camp.
Yeah, they took, actually, they are going to clash there, but still only level 19 for Gamers2. Zeratul gets in there, takes a lot of damage immediately.
Oh, Metamorphosis over the Void Prism, but he's completely separated from his team now. He's going to continue to fight onto ETC, though. Do as much damage as he can. Longbow Raid is popped. This is a very good angle, can do a lot of damage here. Juve has already been down. ETC coming in. There's the Mosh Pit. Only gets a Nubarak and Illidan, but Illidan's being burst out so quickly. He is taken down, but on the bright side, so did ETC. So it's a 1-for-1 at the moment. Both teams looking for their angle here, and Nubarak is at the lowest at the moment. Gets knocked up from gravity lapse. Yeah, Kael'thas level 16 could do so much damage, but Luthifron able to burrow charge out of there, and that was very even.
He actually blinked forward to try and get the Anubarak here. Didn't quite succeed. I think I would have liked Gamers to try something drastic here, to maybe like go for the Knights of Team Liquid to try and catch them there, but the vision was Team Liquid's anyway. They would have been able to kind of anticipate it, so they're just going to play it safer here for now. Gamers2, they're holding on, but 2 keeps down. They're in quite a bit of trouble here. Like,
yeah,
Liquid, it's not like they're going to fall asleep on their lead too. They're just going to keep on extending it, get more camps, wait for the good positions for them to engage and all that, and the next temples are going to be coming up around the 20th minute. It could be the Triple Temple, in which case, good luck.
Yep, ETC has finally taken his heroic. I believe it's probably Torbus, but it could be Death Metal. Let's have a quick look. It is Torbus, so even if he misses a Nubarak or Illidan, he has that second chance to try and catch him.
The Torbus. The name of the talents on ETC are hilarious.
They are amazing.
Groupies.
Like if we just go along his talent list right now while people are just clearing lanes and just have a look at all of them, he has, I think level 1 is Rolling Like a Stone and stuff like that. Like, we can have a look. Rolling Like a Stone. And then level 4, double next guitar. Not as interesting, but still cool. Guitar Hero, Mosh Pit. They're going on to the Raygun now. And he's completely separate. Ancestral Healing is used, but he's able to get out with that Earthgrass totem and the knockout from Luthifron. Very nice. And Liquid, they're just going straight for the core. And Gamers2 all starting to go back, but we already have Blackscorp on it. There's lasers firing at it as well. We have a Viking heading to the top lane, so they're going to have 2 lasers, so they can't do this. There's so... Team Liquid is all over the map. This is... Oh, the Void Prism, though, might buy him enough time. Blackscorp versus Juve. Melee Assassin versus Melee Assassin, and Blackscorp comes out on top. Web Blast is used, and out comes the Metamorphosis, and that will be GG. 2 temples and the full core rush. Well played by Liquid. They take a 1-0 lead.
Their success continues here against Gamers2 at DreamHack, and very well done here by them. Again, some very solid decision making the whole time. It's funny because even when they make a mistake, like Rhaegar being caught here, it's never like super bad of a mistake. They minimize, I guess, the damage that they're gonna take from it. You know, I guess he had to use ancestral healing, and he survived. Like, big deal. They ended the game like 10 seconds later. Like, really not the end of the world.
But so, it did still work out, and denying those kills of what Liquid are very good at. Like, a lot of teams will just, they'll have that mistake, they'll stay a bit too long, but Liquid always prepared to keep their teammates alive.
Falcon definitely can be pretty happy here with his performance on Abathur. Pretty good, I think.
Did a fantastic job, was everywhere, just doing so much all game and taking full control of this. And that's the second time we've seen Liquid run Viking Abathur. And that is very cool.
Which on paper, like, if you have to play against this, you're like, oh god, like, how do I deal with this?
Yeah, did he, what was his level 20? I didn't see Abathur's. What was it?
I didn't see.
If I had to assume, it would be Hive Mind, because you can like sit on Illidan and both Vikings.
Yeah.
Or would it have been the upgraded Ultimate Evolution? Because he had that to give him a shield.
Possibly. Well, either way, Liquids, they're here for their third title, man. It's their home country, and they've been doing pretty impressive so far. Gamers2 too, to be honest. Like, their first series in particular, I think, was really good against Na'Vi.
Yeah, Gamers2 looked very dominant against Na'Vi, but then they come up against Liquid. Like, we were talking about Na'Vi's block, where they basically, no matter how well they play against everyone else, Gamers2 offline appears to be where they keep just getting stopped every single time. Liquid is Gamers2's version of that. Yeah. They just keep trying, and they can play as well as they want at any tournament, and they just can't go through. And I really like the ETC pick. I thought that was a very good idea. They just couldn't make the most out of it. They got a couple very good mosh pits.
Yeah, the Void Prison weren't really relevant.
He's not as tanky as he used to be as well.
Very good mosh pit. Like, I think the most that he got was 2.
He got a Nubarak and Illidan, which is the ones that he wants. But
yeah, but like, ideally you want like 3 or 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even in that Bruiser Camp fight, which should have been like the perfect enclosed space for a great mosh pit, that's when he only got Illidan and the Nubarak, and that's about it. And
the thing is, that fight started with, I think, Zeratul escaping using Void Prison, so that's not ideal. I think the ideal is like, you mosh pit Illidan and a Nubarak, and then behind this, you Void Prison the backline. And then you actually take out these 2 at the front, and then it's 5-on-3, and then you chase them down and kill them. But I mean, that's a lot of maybe and if, and in the end, Liquid, they're always good enough to like, if this is going bad for them, pull back and be patient until their player finally comes back. They're just so good at pretty much everything, to be honest. Like, it's pretty insane to think about it. They don't seem to have too many weaknesses. Yeah, this is very true. It's very hard to fish out what could be weak about Liquid. But overall, it was a very well-played game by them. A huge amount of focus on that Illidan, and he just able to do almost exactly what he wanted. So, Gamers2, running the ETC, good idea, wasn't able to execute it as well as they wanted to. And there's the fact that ETC is just not as tanky as it used to be since the rework, and it was just picked off. Like, the fact that they were focusing ETC, the tank, goes to show exactly what Liquid were thinking there and how ETC is at the moment. Both teams, I think, they have like pretty good lineups where they don't have any, like, you know, weakest link. Yeah. You know what they say, like, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and I think it very much so applies in Heroes of the Storm as well when you play that at that competitive of a level. So neither team, you know, has that weak link, I think, but Liquid just, generally speaking, seems to be a lot more solid than Gamers2. Yeah, they've been consistently better overall, but Gamers2, like we said, they are here for their title finally, and they really want it, and they still have 2 games to prove your prediction right. We see Nicker here was focusing really hard. Liquid is always very calm. Yeah, Grand Paquete here on your screen. Actually, his grandparents came here to watch the games. Oh, really? Family supports. Esports. Love esports families. Like Karen, Bling's mum. Fantastic. Absolutely love her. But yeah, esports families are always Bling's cool. Mum. You have a dirty mind, sir. For now, though, draft has started, but we're just waiting for the first bans. Gamers2 do get first pick and first ban. And do you think they, like last time I expected them to ban Abathur for the first game? Because it's like respect ban, because Team Liquid will pick it and they will rock you. But
this time banning out the Jaina again.
Let's be honest, like Liquid, they are too good on too many heroes.
Yeah,
you need like 10 bans.
Yeah, there's so many target bans. Like, it's like, okay, we need to target ban someone. Okay, let's target ban Black Scorp. Let's ban Illidan, but he also has Zeratul. Okay, let's ban Zeratul. That's a Asmodan ban.
Wow.
Also a rhyme. But yeah, this is a map that Asmodan does do quite well on, but I didn't expect him to be focused that much.
There's, you know, that changes, like, I feel everything, because there's going to be so many good heroes available now that it's going to be like first come, first serve. And look at this.
There's the Zeratul.
First come
Team
is
Liquid. They
Gamers2.
have Abathur and Illidan open again.
Yeah.
They can just dive straight onto that if that's what they want. It's not as good of a map for Abathur because it's a lot smaller, but the team fight potential is still there.
And also that's, again, an Abathur against a Zeratul, which as much as in the previous map, Zeratul never got really up close and was able to do well.
Zagara, Johanna, Team Liquid, focusing down a different route this time.
On what they are very good at, but usually when you draft on Team Liquid, the first few heroes that you pick a lot of the time are going to be for Vortex or Black Scorp. This time it's actually going to be for Falcon and Lucifron. It's their time to shine, man. It's like
It is.
their homelands, everybody needs to have their time, you know. It's like those football games where you make somebody enter the field just so he can live the moment, the victory of the championship title. Team Liquid might be kind of thinking like that right now.
Maybe. We will have to see. Gamers2.
But like I said, there's so many good heroes anyway.
There really are. Like, Chaos is open. If Gamers2 want to go for that again, it didn't really work too well last time, but it was basically most of their damage against Illidan in the last game. And pretty nice against Zagara as well. Unless he gets moored, he can just hit her really hard, and she doesn't have too much sustain other than her own personal heals, and doesn't have that many ways to dodge.
Gamers2 could go for Abathur themselves, actually. Abathur, Zeratul.
Yeah,
hunting
Abathur
down
Zeratul
Zagara.
is pretty solid in that way, but we've already said that Abathur isn't as good in this map. He's still viable. He's viable on every map, except for, I don't know, I can't think of one, and there it is.
On Tomb of Spider Queen.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There's nowhere for him to hide.
I found one.
Yeah, it's too small for him overall. Just gets found and picked off, so he can't split push.
And also, like, you got like those small, sad locusts against massive spiders.
Yeah,
with
doesn't
8 legs,
really
as
work
Richard
out
Lewis
as well.
said.
But yeah, picking up the Abathur, so like you said, Abathur Zeratul going to be very strong for them, but they still need a warrior, they still need a healer, and they're once again going to prioritize that Malfurion.
So even though there's going to be bans, picking the Malf is, again, kind of saying, you guys can't really go for Vikings because then we're going to out-heal.
That stopped Liquid last time, not at all.
Yeah, at the same time, though, I guess Malf is going to be good against Kael'thas as well, which they can still ban also if they want to.
Yep, I would say so. Like, Malf with Life Seed is good if you are only getting hit by Harassment Kael'thas. If you're in team fight, then Malf is not that good against Kael'thas because it's burst damage. But if you just get caught in it, then suddenly Life Seed heals you and Malf still has all his mana.
You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
A Kerrigan. I keep on saying it
You
every
do
time.
keep saying it. And
it
we
just
weren't lucky
doesn't
last
happen.
time. We were not lucky last time. She got banned, I believe, once last time. And that was about it. But there's a lot of good options for melee assassins right now. And both teams, well, Gamers2 already have theirs.
We saw only one attempt at playing the Butcher, right?
We did, and it lost. But it was a team specifically picked to basically counter it.
I like your chuckle. It lost.
I have Diablo flashbacks. Seeing Butcher go down is always satisfying. Team Liquid, like we said, banning out the Kael'thas, just removing that extra burst damage.
So assassin-wise here, there's still Vala available, Sylvanas.
Falstad.
I don't think these get
A new
banned, but
Nazibo, sorry.
I'm not sure where you go from here as Gamers2.
I'd ban a support if I had to. I'd say ban Rhaegar if I had to guess.
Why though?
Just to deny it from Liquid, because Rhaegar seems to be a bit more of a stronger area of effect healer. Whereas Uther, you can like protect someone, but it puts a lot more focus on that one person. Gamers2 currently look like kind of multi-person sniping comp. They're banning out the Nazibo though, which is fair enough. Liquid have been targeting it a lot lately.
Liquids, they got one tank and one assassin, so to speak. They're still missing at least one support, probably another assassin, maybe a specialist if they want to. Still got quite a few options. I wonder actually what support do you run here with this?
I would say Rhaegar. I think Rhaegar is just the safest choice at the moment. And
they don't have to go for it now.
No,
surely
they don't,
they can
surely.
save that for last, I think.
Yeah, definitely. There's no way Gamers2 are going to pick it up when they already have Zeratul and Abathur
They're
and a
probably
healer of
thinking
their
about
own.
whether they should get an Illidan or not, and the thing is, they maybe they could wait and pick it last, actually, if they were going to do that. They could leave their options open by picking one of the support now.
Yeah,
Go
there
for
is the
Rhaegar.
Rhaegar. So there is a chance we could see a melee assassin coming out of Team Liquid a little bit later.
They're still probably going to need like some more damage in terms of like assassin. Remember, Sylvanas is still open, Vala as well. I don't think there is too much of a chance they're going to run something like a Tyrande comp.
Yeah, I don't think so that much. They do still have the option for it, though. Like, Tyrande vulnerable with Hunter Killer is still pretty nice. But, yeah, Liquid, there are plenty of options open for Liquid, whereas Gamers2 have sort of already shown their hand.
What tank do you think Gamers2 is going to use with this?
There's Illidan, picking it out now. So their last pick is the fact that they picked it Illidan now as opposed to leaving him to Gamers2, which would have been
Last pick,
suicide.
Tassadar.
Last pick, Tassadar. I think that might actually be pretty good idea. I think.
What tank on Gamers2? Would you go for ATC?
No, not again. I'd say an Uberak. An Uberak or Arthas. Oh no, wait, Muradin's open. Muradin, because Illidan.
Yeah, true. And then they still will need an assassin. I think that's Sylvanas.
Sylvanas, I'd say Falstad with dueling build.
Okay, that's a little bit too crazy for me, Thatcher.
or Vala with a Hungering Arrow build. There's the Muradin. And now they do need a ranged damage dealer finally to make their decision. I'm saying either Falstad or Vala, if I had to guess, but Sylvanas is definitely open for that option.
I don't think we can see anything too crazy here. Like Tychus, no.
Well, Tychus is still not terrible against Illidan. He can still just overkill onto him, and once he has Lead of Rain, that's beautiful. And the only interrupt for that overkill currently is Johanna. And,
no chance we're going to see a Nova, like Abathur plus double.
As much as it
only in Hero League, Thatcher.
Yeah, only in Hero League and every bloody game. But Gamers2, they have plenty of options. They have plenty of options. It's just up to them of what they feel most comfortable with. All ranged assassins, I think, at this point would be viable, except for maybe Raider. Or Sergeant actually, yeah, Sergeant Hammer wouldn't really work either. You'd just get dived on. Need to make a decision, though. They are running their time pool down. They want to think this through very carefully, and you have to take into account what could Team Liquid's last pick be. You say Tassadar, I think that is probably a very good choice, but there's always a chance they could throw something in. Maybe they do throw in the Tyrande. Maybe they throw in that other ranged damage dealer, like the Sylvanas themselves.
Yeah, whichever one is not picked here by Gamers2, they can go for that one as well. But I do think that the Tassadar pick here would do them wonders.
There's the Sylvanas.
Okay.
So
Vala?
Vala,
or
Falstad. Vala, Falstad, Tassadar, I think, are the options. Or they could be going double tank. Going for the Na'Vi style, double tank plus
What about
Illidan.
they go for Nova themselves?
Well, Nova versus Zeratul could be interesting, but I think it will
Vikings
be
still
sniping them
available.
off. Vikings are still available, but this map
As
is
much
not
as
so good for them.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as good. They're at least going to consider it.
Quite possibly, but yeah, on the smaller maps you will probably not see Vikings. Not too much has changed there since they were nerfed. Liquid, just thinking this one through, like we said, they have plenty of options, but it's more than likely going to be another damage dealer. I doubt they will go with
double
the double
tank.
They just don't seem to run it.
Yeah.
It seems to very much be a Na'Vi thing at the moment.
No double healer. They were doing a lot of double healer at DreamHack Summer, actually.
Yeah, and it worked out very well for them, and it wouldn't be too terrible for them here, but if they wanted just more healing, then I think Tyrande would fit in better.
Yeah.
Because they actually get more damage out of it as well, and some extra CC, and CC is always nice. And the Owl Vision, if they can hit Zeratul with it, would be lovely.
I think Tassadar, or Vala, is definitely the most two solid picks that they can go for. Then again, they don't. I mean, they're Team Liquid. They can pull off so much more than.
Yeah, Falstad I still think is quite viable as well, considering that the healer on Gamers2 is a overtime healer. So if you can burst him down, then there's going to be some serious trouble for Gamers2 keeping people alive.
The thing with going Tassadar, yeah, like the Wailing Arrow is going to be so strong, especially if they comp up. Like if they can actually open a fight
Double
with
support.
Void. Oh my God.
Double healer
Okay.
again, Team Liquid bringing it back to Summer. And that's both Illidan supports. This Illidan should never die. If it does, we're going to blame the healers.
Okay, the thing is, if Zeratul catches 3 or 4, or even 5 in the Void Prison, Wailing Arrow goes in, plus the root,
That could be pretty devastating.
it's going to be nasty.
Yeah. So right now, so the only damage on this comp is Illidan and Zagara. Is that enough? Because Malfurion does heal over time. Illidan can out-damage a Malfurion heal pretty nicely, but Zagara maybe not so much. Like, Double Hunter Killer will do it, but Malfurion himself can just give enough heals to heal through it, so as long as he's protected, should be fine. Illidan, he does already have that Mirrodin counter. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do roll with this, because that's a weird comp. It is a weird comp by Liquid.
As much as, you know, if the fight is like a standard straight-up fight and Gamers2 don't do anything special, don't do some crazy Void Prison and stuff, I think Liquid will win. At the same time, they have some very good wombo potential here with the Void Prison comboed with Wailing Arrow. I don't think Twilight Dream is going to be part of the equation.
No, if it was Liquid running it double healer, then maybe Twilight Dream would have part of the equation. But yeah, it's all about the Wailing Arrow in this, depending on how well it lands, and that Void Prism. And also there is the fact that Abathur can be still soaking. It's a smaller map, so not as much, but it still does help. So, ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side, it is the blue team, currently 1-0 up in this series, Team Liquid! And playing on the Uther, it is going to be Vortex. Playing the Johanna, it is going to be Lucifron. Playing the Zagara will be Falcon. The Illidan being played by Blackscorp. And the Rhaegar being played by Grandpa Curta. And on the right-hand side, it is the red team. It is Gamers2. And playing the Sylvanas, it will be Basek. Playing the Muradin, it is going to be Shiful, who's in some dangerous territory. Playing the Abathur, it is going to be Nika. The Malfurion, being played by Leo from Korea. And finally the Zeratul, being played by Yuva. Build-wise, fairly normal on most people, other than we do see a seasoned marksman on the Zeratul. So we're focusing on that damage, as opposed to the escape he did last time.
Zeratul laning mid, pretty interesting here. I guess he's going to have Abathur to really help out.
That is aggressive. That is very aggressive. That's super aggressive onto Lucifron at the start there, and he did win that trade very nicely.
Half hit points here early on.
It's just
and at bottom, the pushing power actually
He's still going. He's still going. Him and Abathur just out-dueling Lucifron massively. We have Vortex coming down from top just to deal with this. That's very nice.
There you go, brother.
There you go. Have
nice
some
heal
help
for you.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. The Blackscorp is just fighting, trying to clear as much as possible, but right now he doesn't have Immolation, purely relying on that Shadow Shield, and will take a lot of harassment in this early game, which is why he has Grandpa Curta down there with him.
The Blackscorp needs to be careful not to get overeager, but there are 3 down there. Abathur is going to help. Lucifron comes in as well. It's 4 players of Liquid.
Wave, and down he goes. The Haunting Wave already used, so no escape available there for Sylvanas.
And Zeratul's rotating around top right now, actually. He was really thinking about it, but he's just going to pull back. Falcons was full hit points.
Oh, Shehu is very low here. He does have his Dwarf Toss, so he should just be able to jump to freedom. And Hunter Killer was on cooldown, so not able to pick him up. What is Sylvanas' level 1? So just the top there with the wind. Okay, not the Splinter Shot. Fair enough, was just wondering.
Liquid, I think they're going to do pretty well in terms of Shrine here.
Yeah, they have control of bot, and they just grabbed top with the help of Zagara. There is a Zeratul in the mid lane with an Abathur on his head. Lucifron coming in here, just tanking with what little health he has after this constant duel he's been doing.
That was
nice
the last
shots.
second here.
That was a very good shot by Yuva there, and the top shrine will now go back over to Gamers2, so no Dragon Knight yet for Team Liquid.
Wow, that was really close.
That was very close indeed. Falcon just going to be picking that up nicely and bringing it back over to Team Liquid to prevent Dragon Knight going over to Gamers2. There was no one there ready to take it yet. Zeratul currently coming up to this top lane. That is interesting.
Who goes for cleanse, you think? Both of them?
Double cleanse?
Triple cleanse, like Malphite as well.
I think it'll be
Liquid,
Uther who goes for cleanse, and Rhaegar will take Farsight to get vision of Illidan. Zeratul, sorry.
Not shield?
No, I don't think so. The shield would be nice, but I think I think the vision's better. You have 2 healers. How much protection does Illidan really need?
As much as it can get.
The answer is all of it. Yeah, they have 2 healers, so that's kind of indicative. They already have protective shield on level 4.
He's kind of parked at the top. Not sure. I think he might be waiting for somebody to make the mistake of wandering in there.
Looks like it. Abathur right now is soaking in the mid lane for him as he has abandoned his lane. He's not near minions though, so he's not gaining those season.
Yeah, Abathur's going to jump in there. 3-on-1.
Being dropped low. He is going to get slowed there by Shifu and does get stunned. They are following him down. Abathur is on Uber, but they're not able to pick him off. But they do keep control of that shrine. However, Johanna was in the mid lane for a bit, and she just soaked quite a bit of XP while the Abathur was trying to help with that kill.
Versifron's going to come to the rescue here at top. Liquid a little bit ahead on the experience here. If they could somehow get an earlier level 7 talent, maybe they can transform that into a Dragon Knight. Capture the Drake, what was it, by Richard
Capture
Lewis?
the Drag, yeah. I do like that. But talent choices here, we also have the Amplified Healing coming in from Johanna, which, we usually see Lords of Hope. In this, it makes a lot of sense, considering, we talked about it before, double healer. Why not get more healing and just not go down?
Shield on Rhaegar.
You were right, Earth Shield is on Rhaegar, and the Cleanse going over to the Uther. But they still have their Cleanse, so it is fine.
Liquid, with the slight XP lead that they have, again, if they can fight when they are like one level above, will be able to do pretty well.
Yep, and the shrines are both in favor of Liquid. Vortex trying to get the Dragon Knight, and Lucifer once again fighting Yuva. The Singularity Spike doesn't land, but Abathur able to deny it. Yuva dropped very low there after missing that shot, and that is a Dragon Knight going over to Team Liquid. Abathur needs to move, get out of there, man.
Oh, the fire, oh god, it stopped right before him.
It's so close, and he is finally just going to move back.
He could feel the heat from there.
He could, he was having a bonfire, roasting some Abathur smoothies. Smoothies? S'mores, that's the word. But for now, Vortex just killing the towers, not going to dive anything, just killing the towers in all the lanes he can get to. Should be able to get these spot ones.
Getting the entire wall is going to give them a nice experience lead here. Liquid's looking to try and secure level 10 as early as they can, try and get a good engagement. Remember, it happened in the previous map on Sky Temple. They got much earlier level 10 when Gamers2 was still on level 8. They got a big engagement at the bottom, transformed that into a huge XP lead. And look at this. They don't even wait. Still fighting pretty much all times here with 3 guys stopped.
Yuva and Blackscorp have just been going at it this entire game, and the last game in fact, just both every single time dueling each other. Every time so far though, Blackscorp on that Illidan has come out on top. But this time, Zeratul is much more damage focused. Lucifer taking a lot of damage. It looks like he will finally go down, uses less shield to try and escape, but dies to a Malfurion auto attack.
But level 10 is gained at this time. Right now, Gamers2, they're gonna have to be careful not to get engaged. They're grouping up at the top. I don't think they can engage quite themselves.
Yeah, Abathur jumping onto Shihu, but with Blackscorp there, will prevent any kind of kill going down, and Abathur disappears to go soak elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't think there's any surprise here with the heroics.
Nope, nothing too out of the ordinary. Gamers2 though, still yet to pick theirs, but I doubt we're going to see anything out of the ordinary there either, except maybe Shadow Assault, but I doubt
it's going to be Ultimate Evolution, right? From Allstars, surely.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Void Prism, Tranquility, Ultimate Evolution, Avatar, and the Wailing Arrow. Yuva coming in onto Vortex, but Vortex immediately just stuns, heals, and shields himself, and is able to walk away.
That sounded like a music song. Stun, heals, and
Stun, heals, and shields. The song by Uther. For now, though, Illidan just taking everything on the map. He is the mercenary king. It doesn't need to build to capture mercenaries, and he just does it anyway. For the moment, there's not much Gamers2 are doing. They're just sort of clearing waves.
Ultimate Evolution is going to be used on Zeratul, right? I think.
Probably. I'm not entirely sure. It might be on Muradin, just for like the huge extra, just for the extra tankiness.
I think the thing is, like, if you use it on Zeratul, like you have double cloak, it's really hard to see them coming. And then if they go for the squishies at the back, which in this case is only Zagara, they're going to be able to do really well. But again, it's double healer, so it's going to be so much easier for Liquid to keep her alive as long as they pay a minimum attention to her. So you might be right. We'll see.
It's going to be interesting. Like, I am very confused as to who they are going to copy, like you said. But shrines are now available. We're seeing Gamers2 just poking in, find Blackscorp. The Blackscorp backing up. He knows he's outnumbered. Grand Paketa not being involved. Lucifer finds Zeratul, but nothing happens there, and Shehu gets harassed away.
Liquid trying to secure yet again another Drake. 3-on-3 here at the bottom.
Yep, that is
Ultimate Evolution is used on Zeratul. Liquid, I think they saw that and fall back on time.
Yeah, they did. You are not cloaked from the second you're ultimate evolutioned. The animation goes down first, and then you get cloaked, and the ultimate evolution is just going to get absolutely wrecked here.
Massively wasted here.
Yeah, that's just giving away free XP.
You got my attention, buddy.
Oh, it's still, yep, there it goes. That's just giving away XP.
70 seconds before it's back. Liquid fully knows that they're going to try to get a Drake here now for sure, and should be able to get
the
it.
Minions, though, Abafa's on that minion. Vortex can't do this until the minions are gone. And there we go, Shrine at the top lane going back over to Gamers2.
Yeah, Gamers2 are doing a pretty good job of preventing the Drake from being capped.
Nice more, stopping the piercing stun coming through. And that will...
Zeratul is actually going for Zagara from around.
He is. He's going to try and get the snipe. Zagara's gone, though. He's too late.
That was so close.
Vortex finds Yuva, though, and will chase him down. Lucifron is coming in as well.
They might be able to get him.
They see him. There's the stun with the blessed shield. In comes here from Korea from the back. Black Scorp is here, too. And there's the Void Prism. He's got body blocked a bit there. He's trying to get out. He blinks away and able to keep himself alive. Falcon is still chasing here, but not able to get anything.
Yeah, nice save here. Barely escaping. The Zeratul is... they're finally going to get level 13 against 13, so he's going to be equal on talent here once again. And the fight for the shrines will resume. Falcon needs to be careful. Like, rotations at top can be really dangerous with your Zagara, but so far, every time reinforcements come in early enough that he doesn't die, but the big fight's going to happen now.
Jihu is being dropped very low, but he's trying to take down Falcon. Falcon does get taken down by Yuva, who blinks in and kills him while he's incubating. Jihu is somehow still alive in the background, but now gets taken down by Black Scorp, and they continue to give chase. Nika, the clone Zeratul, is there. He suddenly gets focused, so there's no stun. In comes the Metamorphosis from Black Scorp. He's trying to focus down Zeratul, and those two will do battle with each other, both doing huge damage, but Zeratul forced to blink out. Now it's Malfuria being caught in the background. He gets stun locked, but he is still alive, getting so much healing. Black Scorp jumps to the other side, though, takes him down and gets Zeratul as well. And Liquid take a great fight there and are going to be able to grab the shrines and probably the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, it looked scary here for a second when Zagara failed, but shortly after that they were able to secure the kill on Muradin. It was 4-on-4, and even though there was double Zeratul in that fight, Liquid able to pull ahead. Zeratul's going to try to buy some time here with capping that that shrine, but not going to matter, I think. Liquid should be able to transform that into a Drake.
Yeah, Black Scorp.
At top, it's being contested right now.
It is being contested, but it doesn't look like anything will come of it. There's the Dragon Knight going over to Liquid, and all of them escape from the top lane. Nothing able to be caught by Gamers2, and they're trying to find gaps whenever they can and just not getting anything.
Liquid playing so well here once again.
Just absolutely incredible. It's always a pleasure to watch Liquid play. Johanna able to get out there. It's 4 kills to 2, so it's not as many as last time, though.
Yeah.
Gamers2 giving less over to Liquid, but Liquid is able to get all the objectives. There's the root onto Uther, but he is able to survive the punt onto Muradin in the background. We're actually seeing a good fight here. Falcon, the Maw lands on nothing. Nick is doing quite a lot of damage, and Shifu comes in for extra stuns. There goes the cloned Zeratul, and Yuva is still here. He wants to maybe get Falcon, but what can he really get out of this? Nice silence from Sylvanas, but once again, no follow-up to it.
Both teams are going to have one Shrink Ray here to work with.
Yeah, both of them probably going to melee assassins. Shifu is just throwing in stuns when he can. Yuva just trying to do anything at this point.
The Drake lost all of his weak points here. Finally, he's going to be defended, but not sure that Gamers2 can quite chase and fight here because it's still level 16 against 14.
Yep,
he's kind of scared himself. Like,
yeah, Liquid just clearing everything up for the moment in that mid lane and getting. They are going to try and take the Gamers2 Druza camp. And Gamers2 though, all just going for their easy camp. They're not even going to try and contest. Bit of a fight between Zeratul and Illidan again.
Oh, if they go for the fight here, Liquid Ultimate Evolution is down. And they're one talent down as well here, Gamers2. That'd be the ideal here for Team Liquid to fight because I'm pretty sure that they win it very easily. So they're going to go for the camp still. They can get a 6 o'clock. They can get their own 2 camps. Yeah. Every time the right decision.
Yeah, Liquid, like you said, it would have been an incredible fight for them to take it, but Gamers2 did make the right decision there and backed away. They did not want to take the fight when they had Heroics down. And Liquid, they are just taking everything on the map, like you did say. Zeratul just looking around in the top lane right now, helping it clear it out. But yeah, this Amber for Zeratul not really working out in their favor at all. The Illidan just so good for Liquid at the moment.
Yeah. I think they need to use the double Zeratul to go for the backline and try and get Zagara really low and take her down if possibly. If they can do that, then they're going to have a chance. But like a full-on fight every single time, it looks so clean by Team Liquid. They never take bad fights. It's that simple.
They've like taken one bad fight this entire tournament. That's when they dove onto an enemy core. That's the only time
I don't think they even cared back then.
Yeah,
like,
that's the only time they've lost a full fight. Like they've been picked now and again, but that's the only time they've lost a fight in this entire tournament so far, I think.
Funny to think, but there are a few mistakes.
Yeah.
Like on Garden Terror earlier when Grand Paquete got caught with the mouth. But I mean, never any game-losing mistake. Almost looked as if they didn't even care when he died. They just pulled back, waited for him to come back, and then won the next fight.
Yeah. Liquid are the Zeus of gods. Not perfect, but they are still a god. For now, though, they are just moving in onto Shihu. There's the Wailing Arrow. Does catch a lot of members of Liquid, but Falcon gets wiped out in the back. The Morgue gets a lot of members. We have Moors and Void Prisms holding everyone out, but everyone pops. Lucifron getting dropped very low. Blackscorp trying to focus down Nika, who is the clone. There's the Blessed Shield. Will keep most of them alive. Divine Shield being used on Johanna here, and there's the focus onto the Uther. He gets wiped out, and Liquid finally losing a fight. They have to back up.
Right after we praised them, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Abathur is going to be capping top, actually. This is going to be the first Drake here for Gamers2. Zeratul's moving in, is going to cap that very easily. And finally, Gamers2 gain some momentum here in this game with their first Drake.
Yeah, they are only one level behind right now, and all the XP they're about to get from these towers they will kill will seriously help that. Abathur has finally retreated just on foot, getting away from that top area because Blackscorp was hovering around.
Oh man, that fight was really weird. Like both Ancestral Healing and Divine Shield were used on Johanna, which is supposed to be the super tanky hero.
Yeah.
And in the end, I think that because of that, they started dying.
Yeah, there was also the fact that the Moor and the Void Prism were pretty much perfect from both teams, but Falcon was already down because he got focused by double Zeratul, and that is an issue.
Yeah, so they finally pulled it off, the focus on Zagar. Like, it was pretty clear from the start what they had to do, but only now did they finally pull it off. Gamers2. Going to be interesting to see the next fight, how much they focus on that Zagar again, and if this time Team Liquid can keep her alive.
Well, level count is now evened up. Both teams level 18. Liquid will hit 19 first, but Gamers2 have caught up in that sense. They are quite a bit behind, though, in terms of buildings.
Yeah.
Having lost 2 of their forts to Liquid's 0.
Have they lost a single fort so far?
Liquid haven't, no. They've lost
maybe one, yeah.
They've lost they've lost a lot of towers.
Yeah. But fort-wise, they've definitely defended their own field. A fight for the Ogres, well, that's unusual here.
It's
Ultimate
risky.
Evolution is going to be used ASAP. Nicker moving in behind, trying to get to Falcon, but this time...
Uber, they're both there, trying to focus him down, but he's backed away, gets the kill from Grapikota. Ancestral will keep him alive. In the meantime, Metamorphosis comes in, and down goes Sylvanas, and Liquid, Void Prism will hold them back. Blackscorp's now fighting 3 members here, gets stunned, gets rooted, and now Gamers2 are in full retreat. Liquid will grab that easy camp and the kill.
What was Sylvanas doing there? She was far out.
She was trying to just be in the circle and did not do it, and she was the only one there, so she got wiped.
That was pretty good here by Liquid. Again, if Zagar doesn't die instantly to double Zeratul, I think that they're going to be able to win most of these fights. Closing in very quickly on level 20, they can actually just go for the keep behind this.
Uber trying to do some more damage to Falcon, immediately gets healed.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for the keep here.
Yeah,
be able to get it quite easily. Still 20 seconds on Sylvanas.
Yeah, Lucifron rolling in. He will just tank this and kill the minion wave with his Condemned. Zeratul once again just going into the back. And Falcon just gets healed back again. He has taken a little bit of damage, but once again, once healing abilities are up, that will be good. Shihu.
Is that rewind on Rhaegar?
That is rewind on Rhaegar. It was run last game too.
Interesting.
That's taking a lot of damage there from the Zeratul, but once again, just getting healed up.
And I have quite a bit of heal with Rhaegar, Uther, and rewind.
Can we bring up the healing and damage stats? Just quickly, because I'm quite curious. We have 40k damage absorbed, 46 on Muradin, 29k and 36k. Now Furion has 31k. So either way, both healers are healing as much as the single healer on the side of Gamers2. So that's a lot of extra sustain and survivability.
I think that's... actually, it doesn't really transcribe well in the score, because it's just 5-4.
It is just 5-4, but it still does show that both healers, just how much healing is coming out.
Yeah.
The fact that both healers are keeping up with the single healer.
Oh, Zeratul's coming in from behind.
He is.
Actually,
and here comes the rest of
they're moving
Gamers
the
2. They're looking for it. Nika has been spotted, but Yuva is still trying to dive in. There's the Void Prism. Falcon taking a lot of damage. Divine Shield used on him, keeping him alive. Grandpa Nika and Blackscorp are all separated. Nika still trying to get Falcon. Falcon's separated from his team. And nice! More though! He bolts away to safety, and now they're going in for the fight. Tranquility is used. Nika goes down. Falcon gets Ancestral, keeping him alive. They're completely ignoring Blackscorp, who is chasing in onto Yuva. Yuva blinks away while Blackscorp is rooted. They're trying to take care of the Muradin now. Blackscorp uses Metamorphosis, keeps himself alive. He's going on to Leo for career. Who's being taken down by the rest of the team. And down he goes. Yuva trying to get Grand Paketa. He survives as well from the shield. Down goes Yuva. And Liquid continuing to push in here. They will get the keep. And with 2 members down from Gamers 2, that's going to be interesting. And Liquid having to back up a little here because they're very low on health.
The Symbiote actually on the keep here was doing a lot. But what do you know? They win another fight. 2 heroes for 1 here. They're actually getting chased down.
This is really aggressive. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this, but Liquid just going to leave it, not take it.
Gamers2 finally realized that Liquid was about to turn, so they're going to pull back themselves.
Yeah.
So they have time for a Drake. Like every time I said that, they kind of failed to get it.
Yeah, this is true. They are finally heading up there now. We have Uther going to the top lane to grab that shrine, and Illidan already in position. Level 20 is available for Gamers 2. We had the Bolt on the Sylvanas, the Hardened Shield on the Muradin, the Hive Mind.
I wonder where did they go? Bottom for the keep?
I think so. Keep's already low, so I think you can rush it. And there we go. Immediately starting to make his way down to bottom. And it is Luthafron in this, as opposed to Blackscorp.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is fine though, because he still gets the tank stuff. Rising Dragon Knight has a whole second health pool. And actually they're not going to bot. They're just moving with their minion wave, being very cautious, letting their teammates get go B, get health, get mana.
Gamers2 preparing some kind of trap here, probably hoping to try and catch the Zagara. Which really, this poor Zagara is getting hunted down.
Yeah, she's been doing a good job of staying alive. There we go. They see Nika.
She
they
knows.
100% know. She's backed so far away from her team though. And Nika is just the ultimate evolution. He is sacrificed. Vortex actually taking a lot of damage here. He stuns up Muradin, but they're not able to burst him. In the meantime, the Dragon Knight has snuck past and is going for the core. Liquid trying to enter here. Falcon takes a lot of damage. There's the Divine Shield. Vortex does go down, but he has Redemption, which will keep him alive. And the heals from Dead Ufa keep Zagara alive for a bit, but down she goes. But it's Illidan with Metamorphosis and the Dragon Knight on the core. And GG! Liquid win the match and will be moving on to the finals. Amazing play by them. Liquid 100% back on form. Exactly what we wanted to see here at this event. Loving it so much.
You know, it's funny, I don't even think they needed to go for the core. They could have just taken the fight and really, they're like, you know what?
Let's just let the Dragon Knight do it.
Let's not even fight them. Let's just kill them. Kill the core and it's going to be over. They do just that and they take the 2-0 win here against Gamers2 once again.
Yeah, and Gamers2. Liquid is their block. They just can't get past them. Liquid showing their continued dominance. It's like, this is DreamHack. This is our house. We live here. You don't come into our house. We want that giant trophy in the back there. Wow, it's just so well played. And the fact that the double healer on Illidan was very funny. I really liked how Gamers2 played it, where basically the double Zeratul was trying to focus Zagara. But the healers were just on point each time.
How many times did they succeed? 1 or 2 times?
I think they killed her twice, and the second time she was able to...
It was so funny how here at the end, you could tell like Liquid already knew, so they were running away, but at the same time, you know, as the Saga was leading the 2 Zeratul away, they were heading for the core.
Yeah, it was very funny indeed. But for now, we are going to throw you guys over to the winner's interview with Smith.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Vortex, on yet another grand finals at a DreamHack. That is so impressive. And this series, despite the fact that it was closer than the first series you had today, it just seems like your team, when it matters, always comes through, always just performs. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think we perform better in situations that may have some pressure in us. I don't know. We just focus so hard and we play pretty well.
So your team has played Gamers2 quite a bit, but this is the first time you're playing them with the new roster, with their new player. Did you feel any sort of a difference, or did you go into it just thinking that, okay, we're just going to do our best?
I think the draft phase was really weird by them, or at least a bit stranger than what it used to be. But I don't know if that's because of the new pick or because we did our homework and kind of pushed them into what we wanted them to play. So I don't really know. I didn't feel like any big difference gameplay-wise.
Right, and well, this is your third Grand Finals appearance at a DreamHack. Of course, you were at Bucharest, Summer. You were champions at Bucharest and Summer. But this time, you're in Spain, and I know that must mean so much to you. You spoke about it a little bit earlier. What does it mean for you? This is your third Grand Finals appearance. You're in Spain.
Yeah, it is great. And actually, it is Blackscore's birthday too, so we gotta make it as a gift to him.
All right, and last but not least, I know Vortex, every time I interview you, which has been quite a lot because you guys are just winning non-stop, you always give very humble answers, and yet, despite the fact, I mean, your track record speaks for itself. You guys are undefeated. In terms of the teams that are left, can you give us a more confident answer in how you feel in terms of your chances on winning here?
I think if we play our best, it doesn't matter who we play, we will probably win.
All right, well, thank you very much, Vortex, and I look forward to seeing you play in the Grand Finals. And with that, we do have our first team secured in the Grand Finals slot. Coming up after this short commercial break, we will have a chance to see who is going to be eliminated from this tournament first. It'll be Navi versus Team Rocket, so stay tuned.